Alright, we're here with Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media. We're going to check on the Las Vegas Strip. Something's happening. I'm not sure if most people know, but there's this thing going around. If you haven't heard of it,
the apocalypse.
If you haven't heard of it yet, you may hear about it soon. I'm guessing in probably a week or a month or so. But something called this coronavirus, COVID.
It appears that the apocalypse has hit the Las Vegas Strip as MGM resorts and casinos are shut down. Caesars is apparently still open, but for now, and it appears as though there's basically no one on the Strip. The Cosmo is shut down, but no one seems to care about the fact that we are dealing with one of the biggest collapses in all of history.
So in there, they have some sort of Fremont experience going on. But yeah, probably like, I don't know, probably 25 to 50% down as far as foot traffic.
It is almost 11 p.m. on the 16th of March 2020, and I just finished booking tickets to Mexico. I have no idea what I'm going to do when I get there, but I'm going to go to Puerto Vallarta after. There's really cheap Airbnbs there. I'm basically abandoning ship here. It's getting really crazy. Martial law, basically, technically in effect with the state of emergency. And I just don't want to be in the United States when this all goes down. I have a girlfriend. I have people I want to take care of, so I figure Mexico is probably one of the better places to be in this situation. So the tickets are booked. I just got to find an Airbnb, which are going for like $300 a month with all bills included, fully furnished. So honestly, it's probably going to be the best case scenario. As the coronavirus spreads, the economy collapses. It is absolute mayhem. I never thought I'd be exactly in this particular situation. I knew something like this would happen, but it's a very strange situation. So I've booked my flights, and I'm heading out by 6 a.m. By 6 a.m. in a few hours to Mexico. I have absolutely never seen immigration this empty at the Mexico City airport. It's incredible. Never seen that before. Now there's a dead end here.
Cheers. Salute.
Come on. There we go. All right, after how many hours has it been that we've been traveling now?
Literally 12.
Literally 12. So literally 12 hours we have been traveling. And we do not yet have the coronavirus, though. I can report back to you in 14 days whether that's the case, but I don't think so far. But it has been an interesting little situation. The government seems to be getting bigger here. They're giving me some problems with microphones and all sorts of shenanigans, but still the best place to opt out of the full body scan. Took just me going, nope, and they're like, okay, go through the metal detector. I'm like, all right. And
whereas
it was
in Canada or America, if you say opt out, that means you opt out of everything, even if you want to go through the metal detector.
Yeah, I mean, anyway, we are waiting on a layover here that I think we've been here already for what, like 4 hours at this point? About 4 hours, and we got another like 4 hours to go or something like that. So wish us luck that we don't go crazy. There are some people that are taking precautions here, and they have been scanning our heads with thermometer laser things every now and then. So, and that guy just coughed. I feel like that's a little ill-advised right now, honestly, a little bit.
Debido a que nos encontramos próximos a nuestro cierre de puertas, le pedimos tomar su asiento. Por su seguridad, les pedimos permanecer sentados hasta que el avión se haya detenido por completo frente a nosotros.
That might have been the quickest baggage check ever. How long about do you think that took? About like
30 seconds.
I think it took less than 30 seconds. All right, we made it. Stevie's going to bed. There's a newt in our bathroom. It's open to the air. It doesn't have air conditioning. And we will see what we can do about that in the morning. I personally don't mind, but you know, you gotta please a woman. So I'm gonna head down to the water, which is just a couple blocks away, to see what the bar's like. First step towards knowing your neighborhood. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? A good sign of freedom is when I'm able to walk outside a bar, walking on the beach with an alcoholic beverage. A bad sign of freedom is when I have to walk far enough down the beach so I don't get a copyright strike for music playing in the background. Thanks, YouTube. The hell is this? Okay, so I got to go out last night. Stevie hasn't gotten to actually see things yet. I haven't seen things in the daytime, so let's check this out. So we come here to avoid quarantine, and we end up in a really nice place, and it doesn't seem like anyone is acting anywhere out of the ordinary here in Puerto Vallarta. I almost feel bad because people are like freaked out and they're staying in their homes and they might be stuck there for 2 to 4 months. And over here, everything is completely normal so far. There was one case on a cruise ship that came through here, and that was more than 10 days ago at this point. So
yeah, there's no cases right now.
Yeah,
here.
No cases here, and really good food and really cheap. And because the whole tourism industry is getting hit, it's incredibly cheap to stay here. So I'm saving money. I'm avoiding my freedoms being taken away and avoiding martial law. I mean, it's always kind of martial law in Mexico, but it's a different kind. It's not the same. So it's a big difference. And, you know, as the whole world is panicking, it's pretty calm and chill over here. There's a Puerto Vallarta sign. It could seriously be worse, and for those that are mad that I left the country, I'm more concerned with my safety and my freedom than sticking around just to stick around and end up in a house for 2 to 4 months. So
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was the safe thing to do to come down here. It just happens that this is like the most beautiful place you could possibly be quarantining yourself, or just, again, quarantining yourself from an entire country in this case. The Mexican government doesn't want to repeat what happened in 2009 with H1N1, which completely crushed the economy. And the economy is already collapsing right now. The last thing they really need is to have another outbreak like that
So they're mostly, even if there are cases, they're not panicking, they're not freaking out, they're not even mentioning it, really. They're basically doing a collective at it. I think at the end of the day, Mexicans are a lot more self-sustainable than many places in the world, and people are going to take care of themselves, take care of their loved ones, and stock up. And they know what to do when they run out of food here. Unlike in the US, they'll panic and call FEMA. So I think that's the difference. That's one of the main reasons I came here. This looks like a bank run, the lineup. I have seen a lot of lines at banks in the last few days here. The peso has fallen dramatically recently, so I would not doubt that some people are trying to make up for that issue. We got military police there. That's nothing new here, that's for sure. Anyways, what I was saying was there's been a lot of problems with the economy in Mexico recently, so I would not be surprised if we're seeing some bank runs. And honestly, we're going to be seeing a lot more bank runs in the United States and Canada too. Basically everywhere in the world, this is a global collapse. So I honestly would suggest everyone, in my opinion, get their money out of the bank, period. I mean, it's a bad time to have your money in the bank. Probably one of the worst in history. I think we finally found coronavirus.
Yep. This is where it's...
People were not lying when they said this place was absolutely beautiful. Now, to be fair, I'm being that guy right now who's hanging out at tourist places, which makes me the worst.
Apparently.
But I figure it's cool to check out the most visited spots first when you first get to a city you're going to be staying in for a long period of time, and then after that, explore more, get deeper into the actual city. But this is close to where we're staying, and it's definitely a beautiful place. So far, so good. I'll keep you guys posted. Things could change fast in a week. All right, so finally there has been some news about the coronavirus here in Puerto Vallarta. As this article is saying here, all businesses with occupancy of 50 people or more for 30 minutes are ordered to close in Puerto Vallarta. This news just came out. And basically this includes party halls, casinos, clubs, canteens, and bars possibly closing, and restaurants reducing capacity by about 50%. This could cause obviously huge implications for Puerto Vallarta. The question is going to be, is anyone going to actually listen to these rules? Personally, I don't think that everyone's going to close their doors, all the bars are going to close their doors. There's still a lot of people around here, and I think a lot of people, especially the business owners, kind of just do what they want around here. So we will find out shortly, because I'm going to go out and see what it looks like in the next hour or so and report back. All right, guys, so we've been walking around Puerto Vallarta, and it is true, places that are of 50 capacity and over are closing as of tomorrow morning. That includes bars, clubs, nightclubs, casinos, and even some restaurants. However, there's major loopholes because the restaurants serve liquor at bars as well, but they're not considered a bar. We talked to a few people that own several businesses, bumped into some Canadians as well, actually, polite people. And so basically they're closing down that stuff tomorrow, but the day after Friday, they're going to be closing down everything, they say. However, you talk to some of the business owners around here and they'll just say, well, if they close things down, we'll help you. Don't worry, we'll figure something out.
And I think that's really the essence of this country in general, is that you see all these people panicking in the United States, and then you come to Mexico and they're like, oh, closures? We'll help you. Don't worry about it. It's all good. All right, so the sun is going down. We just talked for about an hour with people from Winnipeg, Canada. Imagine that. We bump into people that from the place where we're from. Yep. It's amazing, small world. And there's a second group of people within 5 minutes from Canada that we talked to. Toronto. Yeah, there's another group from Toronto. A lot of people down here, mostly just because it's a better place to be when everything gets crazy. And they had the same sentiments. One of the couples wanted to go back right away, and we're kind of saying, you sure you want to do that? But so far so good. They are closing down a lot of places here as of tomorrow. But the way it's going to be is most likely that a lot of these places are going to stay open anyway and just go, again, the collective PFFT. Anyway, we're going to keep hoping for the best. And either way, I think as far as a family unit goes here, and the way that, you know, people are more self-sustainable and work together at a bit less of a panic level, in my opinion anyway, from what I've seen, I think this is a good place to be, and I think we made a really good decision by being here. So wish us the best. And by the way, this is a really cool piece of art here. Everyone's like their vacation is ruined coming to Puerto Vallarta, and there's massive shutdowns here coming up tomorrow. It's going to be Speakeasies. Meanwhile, we came here because of that, and we don't regret it. So far, what I've learned today is that there's going to be a lot of speakeasies here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. A lot of people are going to be scared and closed down, but I have talked with enough business owners to realize that a lot of them are going to stay open anyway. Just to add to what I was saying before, I just talked to another guy who was getting people into his restaurant and bar, and I asked, este bar cerrado mañana? Is your bar closed tomorrow? He says yes. I said, food? He says no. Food okay, bar no. Think of the whole idea of social distancing and keeping people away from each other. And it's bad if you're drinking alcohol, which kills germs, but it's okay if you're eating food where you can get infected. This is the essence of government, guys. It's so ridiculous. And so there are places that are going to break that. I've already talked with a few of them, but there are many that aren't. Too bad for them. It's terrible because it's going to turn into communism, guys. The amount of social programs that are going to come in, it's just insane. They're going to be printing so much money. The value of bread is going to go from up to $20, $30, $40. It is the craziest thing ever. I've been trying to say to as many people as possible, este mundo es loco. This whole world is crazy. It's just crazy. The Mexican government would never willingly do this, even though they are a government and they're bad. They wouldn't willingly do this without global cooperation, because they are screwed doing this.
When I wake up in the morning, happiness wishes to sing itself.
I don't know, good taste or bad taste?
All right, today is the day that everything is set to be closed. I just woke up and I'm gonna find out how bad it really is shortly once I wake up and have some coffee, if I can buy coffee anywhere.
So far we've seen nothing of note today. I mean, I think most of what we'll be seeing that's different from previous out here will be tomorrow, or not tomorrow, tonight. Tonight we'll probably see something happen, but at the moment I am not noticing anything that seems different from yesterday at all. So We'll see. While the hotels here are at about 90% capacity, there is a dramatic dip in the amount of people going to actual bars and restaurants around here. It's actually pretty tragic hearing from some of the waiters and waitresses around here, basically that their attendance is way down, tips are way down, people eating there is way down. What we've seen so far is that I mean, you go to a bar today, and as they obviously shut everything down, you get French fries or guacamole and chips and stuff like that. And with that, you can get a drink. Otherwise, you can't have a drink. It's just, it's arbitrary, it's ridiculous, and it's not actually helping anyone. It's just hurting the businesses more, which then the government's gonna have to come in and bail out later, which they have no ability to do. So they'll end up printing a bunch of money, and that'll just drive up the price of living and people will be more poor. But still, compared with the United States, compared with Canada, compared with Britain, compared with France, it's very, very little effect. But still a pretty dramatic effect. I mean, that's like apples and oranges at this point, honestly. So we're gonna continue walking around, hearing from people and seeing what's going on. Let's see, cigar and rum. Let's see how that place is doing. I like my rum, and it is a good cure for Corona in small amounts. And that place, I guess I'm gonna have to order chips. Let's see. Okay, so here's the deal. That place I just went to is very small, and they were able to get around the issue by serving people drinks to go in a plastic cup. Again, something you cannot do in the USSA. But they were saying they're not sure, it might close soon, but they didn't have any real answers about what exactly is going to happen. And so they seem like they're as confused as everyone else because there's not a clear message, but who knows, they could very well be closed in the next couple days. All right, oh, there she is. She thinks she's getting ready for a selfie. She's fixing her hair.
No.
You gotta turn your head a little bit, like. So far, so good. Everywhere I checked, they serve alcohol. They ask you to get food. This place didn't even ask. Honestly, there is very little sign of a problem except for the lesser people at the places keep bumping into Canadians. A lot of people say they're heading back and panicking and rushing back. But honestly, which place is safer? The quarantine with government martial law, guns drawn and everything, or beautiful Mexico?
Paradise? Paradise, quarantine.
Also worth pointing out that it's much cheaper being here, like by far. So far, saving a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Also a good thing. I look insanely sunburnt right now. I can't wait for the morning when all my skin falls off. Anyway, it worked out pretty well today. We'll see how things turn out tomorrow. Hopefully it's no different. All right, day 2 of so-called lockdown here in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and day 4 of being on the run.
We are about to be moved to a new Airbnb because we found some ants in this one, and the Airbnb guy's like, for the same price, we'll move you to a nicer place. We're like, okay. So we'll see how that works out. I'm gonna get ready and see what today brings. Bank run or what? I just keep seeing people lined up at banks, and I have no idea why. I can guess, I can imagine, but okay, so we are about to switch our Airbnb because we found ants, and they're like, here's Airbnb that's usually $400 more a month, but we'll give it to you at the same price. So
Rooftop view.
yeah, rooftop view, nice balcony. So at least we got that. Well, this is a nice street. All right, we got the new place here. Just a couple blocks down, and it's not too shabby of a view. Not crazy about the cell phone towers, but we'll have to make do with that. Could be much worse. And it was actually kind of interesting. The guy who runs the Airbnb, we were talking a little bit about the craziness that's happening, because obviously that's what's on everyone's mind here right now, anywhere in the world really. And he was saying that basically he was surprised, and this is the first I've heard of any kind of government-loving side of this this part of Mexico. He was basically saying, like, he's surprised that not just Canada, but the United States is pushing the communist-y kind of socialist UBI kind of stuff, and to pay everyone's rents and forgive rents and to give welfare basically, and that he was hoping that Mexico would do the same. And that's the first I've heard like that. Most people are like, let's find a way around this as individuals. He was the first guy to really go there. So we're gonna continue talking to people and seeing what people think about all this insanity. Hopefully cooler heads prevail. All right. Not too bad. Well, there's certainly a nice view of the ocean up here, and definitely tops the last place we were at, so you won't hear any complaints from me. Now let's see if anyone has complaints in the restaurant business. All right, we are here at an Irish pub. We're gonna see how the local Irish food tastes here in Puerto Vallarta. And then I got a live show to do. So far, nothing new to report on. Also, just a reminder, so far, day 4 has been pretty uneventful, except for moving to a new place, and I just saw a guy randomly walking down the street with a shotgun, but Viva la Mexico.
¿Cuántas piñas coladas? Una.
Mete una.
Did you want to have another glass?
Well, it's day 5, I think, and they are shutting down the Phillies Stadium in Philadelphia and turning it into a FEMA facility. New York is shut down. LA is shut down. San Francisco is shut down. They're shutting down the state of Illinois, Ohio, Las Vegas is getting shut down for the most part. They declared a state of emergency in my home province in Canada of Manitoba. I'm just really hoping people have their defenses in place and have at least a decent supply, because at the end of the day, people think FEMA or the federal emergency agencies of the government are going to come and feed all of them. And once food runs out, if they're saying it could last 18 months, then people are kidding themselves if they think that they're going to be fed. I'm really happy that I'm here in Mexico. A lot of friends are coming to join me soon. Made a few friends here, mostly waiters. And let's hope we can all band together in a way that's constructive with all this, because 18 months? Come on, what? Let's hope that that's extremely overblown. I just hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Let's see what today will bring. It's always so empty in the morning around here. Something tells me the nightlife is a bit more of an important part of this town. Okay, so we just ate and we're walking around trying to figure out a place to get our laundry done. So many people are leaving today by the looks of it. Lots of people trying to get back to Canada for their health care, all sorts of stuff like that. I'm getting a little bit concerned, not for us, but for everyone else that's leaving, honestly. It's a terrible, terrible time to be heading into a giant global quarantine. Really wish the best for everyone. It's insane. So it looks to me like we found a casino, as they have closed casinos down as of a couple days ago, completely shut down. Think of the money lost there, think of the jobs lost there. So obviously we do see a hit to the economy right in front of us here. I don't know if it was closed down previous to this, but it looks like it was just recently closed down. It's totally insane. What else can I say? So that was interesting. I have just found out for the first time that after I went to this cafe behind me, that the guy there basically told us he was ordered not to sell any frozen drinks. Got our hot drinks, but you cannot get a frozen drink. I don't know if that's everywhere. Maybe that's just a recommendation. He mentioned his employer, so I don't know. That's really strange. We have not heard that yet, so maybe that's the case. I don't know. Stevie's gonna go crazy here if she can't get her frozen frappe drink. So we'll find out another place later today, but first I've heard of that. Interesting. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned because almost every place we pass by, half the restaurants we've been to lately are completely closed. They're shutting doors, they're shutting floors, they're cutting down staff. Obviously much better still than what it's like in the United States right now, but my God, I mean, I'm just thinking of all the jobs. In 2 weeks or so, I give it about 2 weeks before we see people begging for food everywhere. Just really sad. Honestly, this is just starting to turn into a really bad episode of The Twilight Zone. Stevie Stevie got an eclair. Eat the eclair on camera, Stevie.
Okay.
Okay, that's too much detail. Anyway, so there's a lot of places closed, a few places open. We just went to a French bakery. We're honestly just walking around town, seeing how things are affected. I'm hearing a lot of people say it's not good right now. A lot of people putting their thumbs down. It's a beautiful place. It's getting emptied out fast as tourists leave. Super fast. So we're gonna continue looking around and see how things are here. We're gonna head to a part of town we haven't gone yet, so let's see what's happening. I think we could say our goal right now is to go up the hill and go to a place that we hadn't seen. It's still kind of in the romantic area. Yeah, it looks like we definitely hit a dead end. Okay, back down the hill we go.
Thanks for going down, not up.
After a while, it all feels the same. So apparently this is a gay district. There's a lot of gay hotels and massages, which I've never heard of until now, but the more you know, right? But seriously though, what makes a hotel gay? I can't figure that out. What about the hotel makes it gay? I mean, isn't that like literally any hotel can be? I'm just confused. I don't know. At least the free market's still operating, as you can see over there. Well, you know, especially in a time like this, I have nothing against bashing all world leaders and their stupid faces and their crimes, and that was kind of weird though. Well, we found a nice little park area anyway, nice and quiet. Siesta time. Lots of people sleeping in this park, and I don't think they're homeless. I think it's just part of the culture here. This is actually pretty cool though. There's a lot of places shut down, but they look like they've been shut down for a very long time. See one place here that looks like an old restaurant. It might be open, who knows? You never know in Mexico. Sometimes you see a building and it's like falling into itself. And then you go in and there's people there. Like, how can I help you? Stevie, you ready?
No.
You ready to go for a run?
Ooh, that's cute.
I'm just kidding. That sounds terrible. It's too hot for that, guys. I mean, honestly, I would, but I feel terrible bringing her along. She's in a blazer. Anyway, back this way. Let's see how this little bar thing is over here. My cough, I swear, is not corona. I have asthma. It's a bad day for asthma. Bad time to have asthma. I try to explain, yo tengo asthma. And people are like, oh, okay. Put some hand sanitizer on now. Interesting. Babel bar. It's a pretty nice backdrop as well, if I can brighten that. Nice little stream. Also, something interesting is wherever I walk, people seem to follow behind me with a antibacterial spray bottle, spraying the ground. Hello, kitty. Hello. Hello. Do you got the corona? Corona? And then there's this. Adios. Hey Stevie.
Huh? I know.
You can see armadillos here.
There was there's another thing on there.
Oh look, another kitty. Look.
Where?
Right here.
Oh my goodness.
A bunch of them.
Oh, the bees. One of your friends. Come over to hang out with us.
Very cool area. Obviously lots of beautiful stuff to check out around here. No shortage in Mexico in general. Very misunderstood country. And you know, the free market thrives in places where government restricts, so let's hope for the best when everything really starts shutting down here, that cooler heads prevail and people will become more brilliant in their tactics to make money for their family in the most calm, peaceful manner possible. Hey Stevie, want to check it out?
Yeah.
Sure. Hey Stevie, you don't like that?
No.
You don't like me jumping?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful stream. That's some nice restaurants. Parasailer in the sky. We must be close to the ocean. And the markets continue, and we're right by our friend Oscar's. Well, our friend Iban, who works at Oscar's. You know what I think, Stevie?
What?
I think we should walk through this market and constantly be asked to buy things that we don't want and have to say no gracias.
Yeah.
It's that, or we have to go the route of the male nude strip club. So let's go this way into the market. Yeah.
Hola.
Hola. No, gracias. Stevie, I think that's Betty Davis. Cool. It really is a brilliant city. I've never seen it with full tourism, though it obviously has drastically dropped in the last couple days. I hope I see it improve while I'm here. I think it's probably only going to go downhill for the next several months. I don't know, but there's a lot of great free markets around here. A lot of great, you know it, tax-free markets. Then a lot of businesses that depend on tourism closed at the same time. So I don't know what to make of it yet. It's a strange beast and I'm not used to it, but we will find out how people react going forward. And again, as always, I'm gonna keep you posted. That's the place I went, I think, what was that, yesterday or the day before?
The day before.
2 days ago I went to that rum place. I guess they can't really masquerade as a restaurant when your name is literally cigar and rum. They basically told me that they could serve me if I was outside and I'd left with it. I don't think it worked out too well for them, or they just usually close on Saturdays during peak tourist season and stay open in the middle of the week. It's concerning. It's very concerning. We'll check back tomorrow on that place. don't even know what to say anymore. We bumped into some people here, multiple people here, a couple from Montana and two women
mother-daughter duo
from
California.
LA, I believe.
They did the same thing. They packed up their stuff
and got the F out.
Left a bunch of stuff behind and got out.
It's a different kind of situation because we have a mother and a daughter who are in a major city in a time of crisis, and then we have a husband and wife who live out in the country in Montana. So honestly, I think they're in much better shape, but obviously it was pretty good move for the mother and the daughter to head out to Mexico. It was funny, they look at us and they're like, we're conspiracy theorists.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're like, we just watched your video.
Yeah, that was also quite interesting.
Just talking about you.
That was interesting.
And then
but
we sat beside them at dinner, so.
Yeah, they're like, it's like fate.
Yep.
And here we have the coronavirus again.
Yep.
Hola, buenas noches. ¿Cómo está? Estoy bien. Sí. Hola.
Ven, mijo.
To see these nightclubs shut down on a Saturday night is absolutely insane. When we got here on a weeknight, those nightclubs were blowing up, as they showed earlier in the video. And they're completely closed. Nothing. Is that saving many people from coronavirus? I mean, you can still eat at restaurants where it's more easily able to be spread, but you can't have alcohol, which kills germs by itself. It doesn't make any sense, and honestly, it's severely affecting these businesses. But again, like I said, so much better than the United States or Canada, so I don't even know what to say to that. All I know is today we've met a lot of people who are leaving, trying to get out. The airports are cluttered to the point where people are out the door of the airport waiting to get out. They're panicking, and it's ridiculous. And that's why I'm incredibly glad that we are here and not wherever the hell those people are going. At least someone's having fun. Bravo, as someone says in the background. I have no idea what just happened, but I think we're calling it quits for the night. Alright, day 6 or something like that, and I'm going to be trying to get as much work done as possible today. It is Sunday, so it is more likely that we'll see a lot of places closed down, not because of a shutdown, but because it is Sunday. So I'm not sure my analysis will come that much in handy today, but we'll see what happens. We'll still talk to a few people. We have been able to talk to lots of people lately, including people that, like I mentioned, came down to Mexico after being concerned about possible martial law and all that kind of stuff. They fled to Puerto Vallarta, and a ton of people are coming in right now. Hopefully we can meet up with some of them, but for now I'm just gonna focus on working as much as possible. I need to get videos out
and documenting this goes out later. It's not helping me right now. I need to focus on getting some live streams done and stuff like that. So that's going to make up most of today, but we'll see what else happens. Honestly, you never know what's going to happen, and it is getting crazier worldwide right now, so let's see. Yo necesito un café con leche. Let's hope something is abierto today. It's more breaking news today. It's absolutely crazy, and I don't even know what to add to it anymore other than go into the latest articles and bring you guys the latest news, and then we're going to break it down as best as we can. We are joined, of course, by John Snyson and Tim Pachote, and we're going to break down first. Crossing roads in Mexico is always fun. Stevie decided to stay back, so I'm just going to walk around. She needed to nap, see what's going on around here today. Got my live streaming done about an hour ago, and as per usual, especially with everything that's going on in the world, insanely shadow banned. Second day in a row that this place is closed, but again, it's Sunday, so can't really judge anything by that yet. It is really empty. Really empty right now. So I was just at this restaurant behind me here. They have pretty good deals and everything, and I've been enjoying it in the time I've been here. And I was just told by one of the waiters that, well, they could be closed tomorrow. They're not sure. They say that everyone is gone. Everyone is gone, and it just can't make money staying open, so they have to close it. And he said most of the places all the way down the Malecon into the romantic area is likely to be closed down right away because there's nobody here. There's a lot of domestic tourists, like other Mexicans from around Mexico here taking or getting really good prices on hotels and stuff because so many people are leaving. There's also a heightened police presence here, which is something that people in Acapulco would remember from years ago when tourism dried up there, when subsidization for other new tourist hotspots in Mexico pulled everyone away from there. This is a different beast. I hope and wish everyone well. We're gonna keep reporting on it. Again, this is Sunday, so I can't get a good metric on what's gonna happen, but I do know that I have been hearing things are basically about to start shutting down completely all along the biggest tourist area and one of the biggest tourist places in all of Mexico. Disculpe. Alright, so some new information, as I have been hearing that many places would be shut down tomorrow. I thought at first it was voluntary from the people I've been talking to, but now it seems like a lot of businesses, including the one we were just at, La Dolce Vita. Very, very good Italian place with really, really cheap, really good food. But anyway, we were talking to the waiter, and he says that the government might force them shut down tomorrow. It's really sad because, as he was kind of saying, like, he doesn't know. He has kids. He says he maybe has 2 months of money. Yep. But after that, He has payments, he has bills, he has rent, he has to feed his family. He doesn't know what he's going to do. And that's the case with millions of people and all over the world. And I think a big thing that a lot of people are concerned about is how is this going to affect, people in Canada, the US, and UK and France, and here in Mexico. And will people go crazy? Will there be riots? Will there be food wars? Will there be shootings? Will there be that kind of stuff? Or will it be a time for people to come together and make the best out of a really bad situation? And I hope for the latter. Nonetheless, if worse comes to worse, we'll have to leave this city and go on to another place, where an undisclosed location where I know we will be safe. But it's just, I think the thought on everyone's mind is this is just getting crazier. What on earth is happening right now? But I always hope for the best. Crazy. This place behind us is considered one of the top nightclubs. Same with this place, same with that place. Completely closed down. They did try, I think, for a couple days to pull it off as kind of a food place, a place you can get food at. Didn't work out so well. Hola, perro. Hola. Hola.
You ready, guys, for coming? Sí. Our friend is waiting there in the bar.
All right, great.
Yes?
¿Está abierto mañana?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
I hope so. Everyone
Hope
say
so.
they close tomorrow. Everyone we talk to.
For tomorrow?
All the way down, every business.
Oh, really?
They say they close tomorrow. I love Mexico.
Me too.
And a big part of it is just like the obvious, the freedom. We've just heard, we talked with one of the people that works at this restaurant. And, they're following the law. They're doing what they're told to do. Tomorrow morning, they're open, but after that, they might have to close.
Yeah. Depends on how things go, I think.
But, we've become friends. We will be guests tomorrow of theirs.
Amigos.
And no one's going to stop me from tipping people who do a good job
See.
when I'm their guest. So it'll be interesting tomorrow. They say they got orders from the government. Everyone must close. I think it's all face value. I think it's all just virtue signaling, basically. But I want to pay someone I want to give someone a tip for making food that I like. I mean, let's be clear. Let's be clear here. I don't have money, but I mean,
but they deserve so much.
I mean, they are willing to help out people. There's mutual benefit there. The food is really cheap to begin with. And the government says shut down. They're like, okay, as a restaurant, we have to shut down. But, as friendship grows, you say, yeah, it would be great if you can cook that thing you usually cook. And, I might
but we're stopping by
tip
as
ya.
friends for dinner.
Okay, you ready for it? Day 7, and I am looking forward to going and getting some shopping done today and actually seeing how businesses have changed. So much has changed in this week, so much. I mean, dramatically here since we first arrived here in Puerto Vallarta, and to a great extent, far more so in the United States and Canada. And actually, I have to say, I mean, people here are handling it pretty well. A lot of them are scared, obviously, but today is the day that we're gonna find out how well businesses will fare, if at all. After last night, we were told that they will stay open for part of the morning, but then at night they might be closing down. They're not sure yet, and a lot of restaurants are at risk, but nonetheless, just when we first got here, we saw massive amounts of people, just thousands along the boardwalk area at the nightclubs, people on spring break. Then we slowly saw it tick down, then we saw only older people left from Canada and the United States as far as gringos go. And then those people started leaving en masse because they were told that they would lose their health insurance that they paid for already if they don't return to Canada immediately. So now there's very few gringos left here in Puerto Vallarta. Very few. We're some of the only ones left. It's changed dramatically. However, there's tanks in the streets in the United States. There's basically medical martial law in place. People are being forced into their homes and all over the country. Huge quarantines like we've never seen before. Huge government land grabs, seizure of property, communism, really. Vast printing at the scale that we've never seen before in history. That's going to lead to massive hyperinflationary scenarios, very realistically on the near horizon. A global collapse, hundreds of millions of jobs gone throughout the world right now. And millions of businesses completely destroyed. How are they going to get those businesses out of a rut after? They can't unless they print an insane amount of money, and that's going to cause the price of living to go up, and bread will go from $3 to $40. So look, it's not good anywhere. But day 7 here in Puerto Vallarta, I think we're probably on a better, as far as safety goes, on a better level than many people in the US or Canada. When you're eating and the septic truck comes by. It's like something out of hell. Honestly, I don't understand why they don't do this in the middle of the night. I know they have to do it eventually, but like right next to a breakfast restaurant during breakfast. Gross. Time to find a Walmart. Walmart's around here somewhere. I'm not sure where. The cab driver just kind of dropped us off. I smell it though, don't you?
Yeah, that Walmart smell.
That Walmart smell. Interesting, it doesn't actually even say Walmart on it. All right. Lots of water. So far, some shortage of flour, which is kind of the first thing that went in the US other than toilet paper. We'll check on that in a moment. Definitely a shortage of a lot of preserves here, but nothing like I saw in the US, but it's just begun. We'll see what happens when they start closing down everything. Uh-oh. Oh. Toilet paper. Vanilla scented? I just find it funny I'm being picky about what kind of toilet paper I have when most of the world literally has no toilet paper right now. Alright, let's see. Can you take this off me? Thank you. Alright, so the issue here is no bags, just boxes, so this will be super fun to deal with. For now, I think we got what we need. Most messed up roads ever. Well, we got our stuff back. That cab ride seriously reminded me of Acapulco a bit. It smelled like gasoline. There's no seatbelt for me anyway, and no air conditioning. And basically fell apart driving on these roads over here, but we're back. We got stuff for a while, and we got other stuff nearby, stores we can go to. All together, this cost about $65, and this is gonna last us for quite a long time. So no problems there. Compared to the United States and Canada, we are well off at the stores, and insanely cheap. Cab ride itself only cost about less than $5, about $4, so yeah, pretty good. Off to do laundry. Finally getting the laundry done. We found a laundry place and it's super far away. Gotta do it, get the corona out of it. What do you got there?
Dirty laundry.
What's that?
Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry?
See.
Does it have corona?
Maybe. No.
Let's get that out of there. I have actually been hearing that in most countries where they close everything, they do leave laundromats open. So even when everything closes down, we should still be able to find a laundromat.
I mean, most people's places here don't have like washer and dryer in their apartments and stuff, so
I think most do.
So.
We just don't. I've seen it like the guy next door or across the street yesterday. I made the mistake of looking outside and there's a very big old man completely butt naked waiting for his laundry on his roof in broad daylight. It was the worst thing I've seen in recent history. Anywhere you turn around here, it's either in ruins, beautiful, or both. Usually both. All right, we got it. Yeah, so we just dropped off our clothes at the laundromat, and we're not getting it till tomorrow, and we have no clothes to wear. So yeah, we'll find $2 pair of pants, $2 shirt. She can't take out money because she's using a debit card, and there's bank runs around Canada. She's surprised. I am not. This is what happens when the whole economy collapses. But yeah. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. The old guard beast system. I tell people to get their money out of the bank. And here we are with my girlfriend going to a Scotia bank. I can't say I'm not disappointed. This it? Over here? A key. Oh my god. This is air conditioning. So it won't even take the card, so yeah, I guess
Go inside.
I guess that won't work, will it? How did that work out for you? Failed. So it looks like the only way we're gonna do this, because the economy's crashing and they're not letting people take money out of the bank, is that I pay, or she sends me money, e-transfers, then I pay off my credit card with that money, and then I take that money out with my credit card.
Yeah, so
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Economic crash 2020. Anyways, when in doubt, have some jugo de naranja. That's what I'm gonna go do. By the way, Stevie has a Mexi dress. Gonna do some flamenco dancing there, Stevie? It's so empty. Look at this.
Crazy.
This is so much different than what it was just like yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, a week ago, this was like shoulder to shoulder crowded. This is unbelievably empty. As they said, this place is closed down now. I came just yesterday. The waiter said it will probably be shut down today. Very sad, very sad. It's starting to look bad for that that place we're going to. Holy crap, guys. This is one of the biggest tourist hotspots of all of Puerto Vallarta. There's a couple gringos over there in the shop. The rum shop is still closed down. This is not good at all. You can't blame Sunday anymore, that's for sure. When the places that are open on Sunday are closed today, it's not a good sign. Our friends at Oscar's earlier says no, we haven't gotten any information that we'd be closed tonight. We're gonna find out in a bit, but first we're gonna check out the place that has awesome rum punch for like $1. Cerrado, cerrado, cerrado. Wow, guys, this is weird, but one part of Oscar's is closed, the other part is open, I think. The place that we usually stay at is open. I think they closed a part with the distillery in it. Let's just hope that this is a 1 week kind of thing, all virtue signaling nonsense. It'll hurt a lot of people, but at least if it's just 1 week,
Yeah.
it won't kill people.
Yeah,
But
here's the thing. There are still no cases. If they close down close down for like Josh said, like a week, and there's still no sign of like any cases, hopefully they'll reopen, because it'd be, I don't know, almost pointless to keep closed.
well, it's all government at this point, government control. But let's hope to God that they're not going to stay closed, because things are going to get really crazy real fast if that's the case. ¿Está abierto? Gracias. Bueno. There's at least one drink at that last place that might kill a person. At least one.
The Loco Choco or something?
Coco Loco.
Loco Loco? Loco Coco? Tequila?
If you want to mix, don't. Maybe our last night at Oscar's. We'll find out soon. How awesome is that? Nothing but respect here. I really don't want to destroy this masterpiece, but I'm gonna have to, because I want some manzanas. Yo quiero manzanas. You just ate its wing, Stevie. Well, here we go for the night. Again, you can go to the fanciest place around and it's still incredibly cheap. That costs almost nothing. But yeah, really friendly, really awesome people. I think that's our 6th day in a row out of the 7 days we've been here going there. And I highly recommend Oscars. I mean, everything on this side of the bridge here, everything on that side of the bridge is cerrado, closed. This side, abierto, open. And the places that are still open are getting a lot of business because, for obvious reasons, I mean, everything else is closed. There's a lot less people, but there's a lot less competition. So at least there's that silver lining to give people. Anyway, we're headed back for the night. Time to go to sleep. This heat is muy caliente. Puts you to sleep. So, did you enjoy it?
Very much.
Very much,
Always.
she whispered. She whispered very much.
Always.
Always. Anyway, that basically concludes day 7.
Week 1.
Week one, that's right. And we will keep you up to date on the latest developments here as far as what's open, what's closed, how it's affecting people here in Puerto Vallarta in the next video. We have to document everything for another week, so we won't be able to give you another one of these for at least another week. But we'll keep you updated, let you know what's going on. And hopefully it doesn't get too much worse. You know, as I said, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I have faith that things are going to get better eventually here, especially because how strong people are and how optimistic people are. As the waiter said at Oscars as we left, always smile. Tomorrow is always better. I like to believe that. Right now, that might not be the case in most of the United States, but it's all what you make of it, and it's all how you fight. I hope everyone watching this heeds that warning call to some extent, because I know we're living in really difficult times and a lot of people out there are very scared. But it's not about what scares you, it's about what you do about it. What are you doing about it? Basically everything, there's a distraction right now. You can't even find news on other subjects. We'll find it for you. Stay tuned and follow us on our crazy journey in Mexico.
Like what you see here, OM? Don't forget to check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribe Star. We really can't do it without you. We've been so insanely shadow banned, about 90% at this point, and 95% demonetized. As Susan Woznicki, the CEO of YouTube, comes in and says that she is shutting down quote-unquote controversial content and cutting out the views on this controversial content by 70%. She's been bragging about it. We need your help more than ever in this battle for truth in information. You guys are what keeps us alive, so we really appreciate just even $1 a month makes a huge difference. If everyone could give just $1 a month, we wouldn't even have to worry about competing against the mainstream propaganda networks. You can also donate to our Bitcoin address on the screen for you to scan if you please, as well as in the comments and description. Liking and sharing makes a big difference as well, and finding us on alternative social media platforms like flote.app, that's flote.app, makes a huge difference. We're at Josh Sigurdson as well as at Wham. Flote is replacing Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Tumblr, Reddit, and Patreon all in one with encrypted private messaging, and of course monetization on videos for creators, live streams with super chats in crypto, and most of all, no algorithm, because at the end of the day, it's all about reach, guys. This is all about actually reaching people with the message and waking up the public. You can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, Minds, BitChute, all sorts of different platforms. Try to follow us on as many things as possible, because very soon this channel will very likely just be completely deleted from YouTube, and you'll never see us again, and you'll be stuck with only the mainstream networks. Also, come on out and see us at Anarcho Vegas 2020 in Las Vegas, Nevada in July, where such speakers such as G. Edward Griffin and many others will be speaking. You could use promo code WHAM on your VIP tickets and save 10%, as well as buy extremely cheap tickets for just $20.20. You won't find a cheaper conference than this with such amazing names. Check anarchovegas.com for more information on that. We hope to see you out there. And anyway, I really appreciate all of you guys joining us. You make it possible for us to survive in this volatile, propagandized climate. Until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.